Hello, children. I am Shiva Bharti, mentor at the Advanced Academy School. Today, I am going to tell you about our country's working. Okay, how does we have such good transportation, law and justice, big hospitals, government buildings, and basically how our country is run. Okay, so India is a very big country. It comprises of 29 states and 7 union territories. But do you know how all this works? How it is governed? Governed means how it is managed, how all the things are managed in this country. Okay, when you step out of your house, you have such nice roads. When you are traveling, you have railways, you have transportation system. So how all these things work? Okay, so first time when our country became independent in 1947, so after that it was decided that our country will be a democratic country. It means that it will be run by people who are chosen by us, okay? Leaders who are chosen by us, the normal people, okay? So in January 1950, the state and the central governments were formed. The government at the center is called the union or the central government, and in the state is called the state government. Okay, the union government makes laws for the whole country and is concerned with matters of national importance. And on the other hand, the state governments makes laws for their respective states. However, both union as well as state government work together to make and implement laws, provide public utility services, and ensures that justice is delivered at every stage to a common man. So, how these people are elected? You have seen in the news, we have the prime minister, the chief minister, the cabinet ministers, how they are made like that, okay? How they are chosen. So they are chosen by the citizen of India only, okay? The people, you, me, and the people who are above the age of 18 years, they vote in the elections, okay? They cast their votes, they choose the leader, okay? And the person, whoever gets the maximum votes, is chosen as the leader to govern the organization that is known as the government. And to ensure free and fair elections, the Election Commission of India conducts the election in our country every 5 years. So, there are elections contested for the state government and for the central government differently. Now, first, we are going to talk about the central government. Now, the central government consists of the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, and the President. Okay, it is also known as the Parliament. Now, this Parliament is the law making body in our country. Okay, and it has two houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Okay, and these people who are elected to go in these houses are known as the member of the parliaments or the MPs. Now, first, let's talk about Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is known as the House of the People or the lower house. As I told you, that we vote, okay, to select a candidate who will govern us. So, this Lok Sabha comprises of those people who are selected by us. The Lok Sabha can have a maximum of 552 members. Now, the members of the Lok Sabha, called members of parliaments, elect a speaker who ensures that the meeting of the house are carried out smoothly, that those who are selected and those who are in the opposite leadership are well settled with their rules and regulations. Now, elections for the Lok Sabha are called general elections. Any Indian citizen who is 18 years or above can vote in the general election. And the person who gets the maximum number of votes is made as the representative of that area or the constituency. Okay. Now, in order to become a member of the House, a person has to be a citizen of India and of 25 years of age. Okay, no less than 25 years, otherwise, he will not be allowed to be a member of the parliament. Now, let's talk about Rajya Sabha. Now, Rajya Sabha is also known as the upper house. Now, members of the Rajya Sabha are not directly elected by the people, they are elected by the state legislative assemblies. The person who are in the state assembly or the state parliament, those people elect the members of the Rajya Sabha. Now, these members are elite members. Okay, they have done something very good in the fields of literature, science, sports, arts, and social services, and they all are appointed in the as the member of the Rajya Sabha. Now, there are 250 elected members, 238 elected members are done by the Legislative Assembly, and 12 members who are very much excelled in their respective field are chosen by the President of India. Okay. Now, these people are elected for 6 years, and the people in the Lok Sabha are elected for 5 years. Now, Rajya Sabha is headed by the Vice President. Now, the last post in the parliament is of the president. The president is the head of the country. Members of the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the state legislative assemblies elect the president. He is elected for a period of 5 years. Okay. Now, how the central government is formed? There are many political parties in our country. After the general election, the political party which gets a majority, that is, he gets 2/3 of the total seats which are present in the Lok Sabha, will form the government. Okay, but sometimes it happens that parties cannot get 2/3 of the seats. So, what they do, they get together and form government with the coalition of other parties. Okay, they two parties get together or three parties get together. Now, this is called a coalition government. Okay, the majority party elects a leader who is then appointed by the president as the prime minister. The prime minister is also the head of the Lok Sabha. Okay, as vice president is the head of Rajya Sabha, the prime minister is the head of the Lok Sabha. Okay, then he forms a union cabinet that consists of councils of ministers. Okay, the minister in the union cabinet can be either from the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. Now, let's talk about the state government. Every state has a legislative assembly. It makes laws for the state. Members of the legislative assembly are called MLAs. Okay, member of the legislative assembly, MLAs. They are elected by the people who are more than 18 years of age for a period of 5 years. The governor is the head of a state. He is appointed by the President of India. A governor serves a term of 5 years. Now, the state elections are known as the assembly elections. After the assembly elections, the governor invites the leader of the majority party to form the government. The leader of the majority party becomes the chief minister of the state. Okay. As we have seen in the Lok Sabha, the leader of the majority party over there becomes the prime minister, and in the state legislative assembly, the leader of the majority party becomes the chief minister. Okay. Now, as we make laws and orders in the country and we need to follow them, but if sometimes people are not following the laws and orders of the country, then there is a judiciary system. Okay, to maintain the judiciary or to maintain the law and order of the country and to give justice to people who have done something wrong and to give justice to those people to whom the wrong has been done to. Okay, so the Constitution of India provides for an independent judiciary. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the country. The Supreme Court has many judges. the highest being the Chief Justice of India. The Supreme Court gives the final judgment in any legal case. Okay, each state in India has a high court, which is the highest court in that state. There are also many lower courts in each state. Each district in the state has its own court. So it means that there are district courts, then there are state high courts, and then there is the Supreme Court. And the final judgment of the Supreme Court is final. Okay, nobody can change it. This is a brief explanation of how our country works and how our government works. Okay, we are a democratic company or democratic country. Okay, the government is by the people, for the people, and from the people. I hope you have understood this much, and I will see you in the next podcast. Bye bye.